Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. So for today's video, I wanted to do a very pink look using the Kara Beauty palettes I showed in my last video. To start off, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids using the Makeup Revolution concealer. Mine is in the shade C5. So to start off, I always blend out the concealer with my finger first, and then I finish blending it out using my Equal Tools beauty sponge. Next, I set that using my Coty Airspun powder. This concealer and the powder combined together make a perfect base for your eyeshadows. So for today's look, I'm going to be taking my Free Spirit Wild Heart palette by Kara Beauty. This palette is full of a bunch of pinks, blues, and really pretty glitters. So first, I'm going to take the shades Free Bird and Irresistible and put that above my crease for a transition shade. I'm blending this in using a BH Cosmetics No. 1 brush. I do believe that this was part of a set. Next, I'm going to take a ColourPop E16 brush and I'm going to focus the shade Irresistible on my outer V and bring it into the crease. You want to make sure that everything is really nicely blended together, so I took that BH Cosmetics brush and just made sure that there was no harsh lines. Next, I took the shade Awaken and just placed that on my lid with my finger so I could get the most pigment out of this shade. And then I went in with this fluffy Morphe brush, and you're just going to want to blend it all together, again making sure that there is no harsh lines. So I repeated that same step again until I was satisfied with the pigmentation of this color. And then again, just keep on blending. You really want to make sure that there's no harsh lines since we are going to darken it up just a bit more. And then I did repeat the same steps on this eye, of course. I wanted to leave this clip in so that you guys can see it better if you are following along with this tutorial. And then again, just go ahead and make sure that you are blending each time that you place a new color or that you place more color. You really want to make sure that there's no patches or harsh lines. And then I went ahead and took this ColourPop E17 brush and I placed Awakened and Shine on my outer V. This is just going to darken it up a bit more because it is a purple. And you also want to flick it out just so that it kind of drags the color out and gives your eye more of a shape. And then again, taking this Morphe brush, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out again. Taking a clean brush to blend out your product is really helpful because it just makes sure that you're not placing any of the other pigments above. And then I took the shade Freebird and Shine on a ColourPop E19 brush. I focused this on my outer V and a bit on my lash line. I just wanted to darken it up a bit more. These two colors are a bit more purple, but this step is obviously optional. and put that bright pink on my lid again just to make sure that the color was really there. Onto the skin, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Wet n Wild Dewy primer. I'm gonna put this on my cheeks and on my chin and then just blend that in with my hands. And then because I have combination skin, I always take a matte primer in my T-zone. So today I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Matte Oil Control Primer and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and just putting that on my T-zone. And then for foundation today, we're going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. Mine is in the shade F8.5. I feel like this looks really white when I first start to blend it out, but it does start to oxidize, and as I put the rest of my face makeup, it does blend a bit better with my actual skin tone. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend that in using the Sephora Flat Top Foundation brush. I love this brush because it is pointed at the end, so it helps you get in between the crevices of your nose and making sure that you're able to blend the foundation in evenly. And then I went ahead and went in with my Equal Tools Beauty Sponge, making sure that I'm really pressing that foundation into my skin. I'm also blending it down to my neck and really close to the edges of my face since it is a bit too light. And then to even out the color just a bit more, I went ahead and took my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Mine is in the shade Golden Beige, and it's actually a perfect match next to the Makeup Revolution one swatched. I just think the Makeup Revolution one oxidizes a lot slower. And then to set around my mouth, because the pores were starting to show, I am pressing in the foundation and then putting powder over that. This is the ColourPop Banana Powder. And then to lightly set the rest of my face, I took my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Powder. Mine is in the shade 25 Nude. The Makeup Revolution foundation is extremely matte, so you really don't need to set it too much. The other thing is, I have tried this powder with multiple foundations and it gives really bad flashbacks, so I wouldn't suggest wearing it if you're going to be taking pictures. And then I went ahead and bronzed my skin using the ABH bronzer in the shade Tawny. I then went ahead and contoured using this middle shade right here from the ABH contour palette. And then I took my Morphe 8W palette using the shade Sweet and MUA. These two blushes I've been obsessed with. And then also, I do like to add a bit of color to the center of my face as well, just so it doesn't look too white. And then right here, I'm showing you guys that I'm very conflicted because the foundation matches perfectly with my chest and my neck, but on my face, it does look a bit too white. And I went ahead and highlighted my face using this Makeup Revolution highlighter. This is in the shade Just My Type. face using the MAC Fix Plus Setting Spray. This step is extremely crucial with this foundation. It just really helps melt everything together. Next, I'm going to take this glitter named Quest from that palette and my NYX glitter glue and place that in my inner corner. Then I'm gonna take this LA Girl Neon Lip Liner in the shade Pop. This is actually part of their new eyeliners that they just released, but it's actually a lip liner. I've worn this on my eye multiple times and it hasn't affected me, but try it at your own risk. Obviously, my eyes are extremely sensitive, so you can see that I was trying to stop them from watering, but it doesn't actually irritate my eyes. And then I'm gonna mix the two shades Irresistible and Awaken to smoke out my lower lash line. I ended up going back in with the shade Shine on my outer V just to darken it up a bit more. And then I'm going to take these Cara Beauty lashes. These are in the style A6 and they're extremely comfortable to wear. My eyes are just really sensitive, so you are going to see that I do struggle a bit. But these are super, super nice lashes and they're really affordable. And then you guys are going to see the difference of how the makeup looks without the lash and with the lash. Personally, I do prefer it without. If it were a regular day, I would have gone in with just mascara. I'm going to take this Morphe Single AF lipstick. This is just a perfect pinky nude. And then over top of that, I'm going to take this Black Radiant Clear Lip Gloss. This lip gloss is extremely affordable and it's honestly one of my favorite right now. Is it for this look. If you guys do try to recreate this look, it's honestly very simple, but I really like playing with pinks. If you guys try to recreate this, go ahead and tag me on Instagram and make sure you follow and subscribe.